Impact of students' emotions on learning and motivation in an online learning environment. So this project was basically about the emotions that students undergo when they're in an online learning environment. And as I did this project, I uncovered that there isn't adequate research into the emotions that students experience in an online learning environment. And therefore, based on Peckroom's Achievement Emotion Questionnaire, this study attempted to study the emotions students experience in an online business communication course at a government university in Oman. The survey data from 32 students indicated that students reported more positive emotions than negative emotions. So let's move into the literature review. So after going through several articles and studies, I found that few studies have focused on a range of factors that may influence students' efforts to manage their emotional presence in collaborative environments. Research results from multiple studies indicate that emotions are an integral part of the learning environment and influence students' learning experiences. With growing use and implementation of online learning environments, it is of utmost importance to understand the effects of emotions of learning of students. Artino and Jones found that students' metacognitive control over a self-paced online course and their value appraisals of the information presented were both associated with a variety of emotions, indicating that emotions are important contributors to learning, self-regulation, and academic achievement in autonomous online learning environments. So the research questions of this project were: what are the class-related emotions that students go through? What are the learning-related emotions that students experience? And what are the test-related emotions that students experience? And this was all based on Peckroom's Achievement Emotion Questionnaire. This questionnaire consisted of 24 scales that are organized in 3 sections, assessing the class-related, learning-related, and test-related emotions. And the scales contains items measuring affective, cognitive, motivational, and psychological components. So 31 students were recruited from a university in Oman, and they first completed a written examination in business communication. And in the second week of the study, students who agreed to participate in our study received an email with a link to a web page that presented the survey with the questions to measure their class-related emotions, learning-related emotions, and test-related emotions. Participants' grade scores were collected after the first week ended, and after the grades were ended, they were calculated to yield the results. So the results of the study actually show that answering those very 3 questions, students actually all of the students had pretty much similar answers, and I think due to the time constraint and limited resources, the study didn't yield favorable results as indicated by the small effect size as well as a low convex alpha of 0.162. Of the 24 questions, only 1 question had a moderate effect size, indicating that male and female students differed in their views regarding this question: I feel angry during class. Another reason could be due to the mix of questions about negative and positive emotions. Overall, the instrument would need to have more questions, and also it would require a higher number of students to determine the outcome of the study. One thing that stood out was the gender differences. The statistic analysis by gender indicated that the means were not significantly different for 5 emotions. While analyzing the gender differences, the effect sizes of the differences were relatively small, and that none of the differences generalized across settings, with the single exception of anxiety, which differed significantly for settings of both learning and taking tests. So going to the conclusion, the findings of the study indicates that students feel both positive and negative emotions during their time in an online learning environment in all 3 areas. Students had positive responses regarding positive emotions such as hope, enjoyment, and confidence, and neutral responses to more negative emotions. The AEQ can be a useful tool to assess students' achievement emotion and can also be used to serve practical purposes for assessments in counseling and evaluation. With a larger population and more time, more favorable results could have been yielded from the study. It is very important to understand the emotional needs and responses of students in the ever-changing learning environment. Thank you.